Welcome everyone to another story unearthed from the grave. Sometimes love is so strong that it endures every day of our lives and even beyond. Today, we will talk about Bruce. Like many men, Bruce was fortunate to have known a great love. He was very young back then and knew nothing about life. Like every young person, Bruce gave his heart and dedicated every second of his life to be with her. She was his world. They did everything together and imagined a shared future. However, like all love stories, this one had to come to an end. Due to life circumstances, they separated, and it didn't take long for both of them to start new relationships and lives. But as you may already know, even if you have new relationships throughout our lives, there is always that memory and person who marks you forever, and this was definitely the case. Many say that men are more unfaithful or promiscuous, but the reality is that when a man gives his heart, there is no turning back. 20 years had already passed, and both had families and children. One morning, like any other, Bruce went to work and began to remember the one who was once his great love. In a brief moment of distraction, Bruce lost control of the car and plunged over the cliff. When the emergency services arrived, they found the car at the edge of an even greater precipice, with Bruce still inside. When Maggie told us about this incident, she said that on that day, she was having breakfast at a restaurant with her best friend when she started to feel suffocated and anxious without knowing why. She remembers getting up from the table and going outside for some fresh air. On the other side, she saw a man who seemed disoriented, looking around as if he didn't know where he was. As she focused on seeing him more clearly, they made eye contact, and he disappeared amidst the passing pedestrians. She went back into the restaurant even more disturbed when that man stood in front of her. She never forgot his words as he discreetly smiled, "I wanted to see you one last time." He approached her and whispered in her ear, "I wish I had never taken that plane." The man kissed her on the cheek. She knew that man was Bruce. She tried to say something, but nothing came out of her mouth. The next thing she remembers is her friend shaking her, asking her what was happening. She looked up at the television, and the breaking news was about a man who had fallen off a cliff, and they were recovering the remains. She immediately knew it was him, and that he had come to bid her farewell. Just as she always kept him in her memory, similar cases have been documented over the years. When a person marks you, not even death can completely separate you from them. If you have any anecdotes, please leave them in the comments and share this video.